Glasses clinked behind me, crystal on crystal, soft, celebratory. I was standing 6 feet from 3 coffins, oak, polished, identical. My parents were smiling, not the brittle smiles people wear at funerals. These were relaxed, practiced, the kind they save for anniversaries and promotions. My mother's hand rested on my father's arm. My father lifted his glass, higher than the rest. "To family," he said. I didn't turn around. The air smelled like lilies and expensive cologne. My brother stood between them, black suit tailored too well for grief, eyes bright with something that had nothing to do with loss. When he caught my reflection in the polished wood of the nearest coffin, he didn't look away. He smirked. That was the moment something inside me went quiet. Not broken, dead. I had known before today that I was disposable. I just didn't know how long they had been rehearsing my funeral. It started with the phone call 3 weeks earlier. My mother's voice was steady, too steady. "There's been an accident," she said. "You should come home." No names, no details, just instruction. At the hospital, they let my brother sign the papers, not me. I watched from a plastic chair while a nurse apologized to him for the inconvenience. I remember thinking it was strange, how easily authority slid onto his shoulders, how natural it looked. The first coffin was my wife. The second was our daughter. The third held my son. Wrong place, wrong time. That was the official story. My parents cried on cue, held me when people were watching. But in the quiet spaces, hallways, elevators, the car ride home, they spoke to my brother in low, urgent tones that didn't include my name. That was when I noticed it. I wasn't being comforted. I was being managed. Grief sharpened some instincts. Suspicion sharpened mine. I stopped asking questions out loud. I started listening. Phone calls that ended when I entered a room. Texts deleted too quickly. My brother's sudden access to accounts I didn't know existed. My father's lawyer calling him directly. And then there was the file. Misplaced, or placed deliberately. An hospital envelope in my parents' study. Old, yellowed, my name typed across the front. Inside, blood work, dates, signatures, paternity results. Negative. I read it once, then again, slower. The language was clinical, merciless. My father was not my father. I sat in that chair for a long time, listening to the house breathe. Everything made sense with surgical clarity. The distance, the favoritism, the way my brother was protected even when he destroyed people. The way I was praised for being strong, which was their word for silent. Infidelity wasn't the betrayal. The lie was. I wasn't family. I was evidence they never destroyed. I didn't confront them. I investigated. Phone records confirmed what grief had blurred. The accident wasn't random. My brother had rerouted my wife that night. A favor, a shortcut. The company car had faulty brakes. Reported, ignored, signed off. Signed off by him. The insurance payout went to a trust. His trust. I ordered another test. My own money. Different lab, same result. When the confirmation arrived, I didn't feel pain. I felt precision. I began planning the funeral they didn't know they were attending. The major reveal didn't happen in a screaming match. It happened at the dining table. I slid the envelope across the polished wood. My mother's hand froze halfway to her wine glass. My father didn't open it. He already knew. My brother read it. His face did something ugly, something honest. "Why now?" my mother whispered. I met her eyes. For the first time, she looked afraid of me. "I wanted to see who you would toast," I said. No one spoke. They didn't deny it. People who have rehearsed a lie for decades don't bother pretending when it's over. The revenge wasn't loud. It was administrative. I stood at the funeral and let my father raise his glass. I waited until the room was quiet. Then I spoke. I named the audit, the recorded calls, the break report, the trust irregularities. I watched color drain from my brother's face as donors, partners, and police officers shifted their weight. I handed the detective the folder. "I already signed the confession," my brother said, voice breaking. I nodded. "I know," I said. "I wrote it with your lawyer." My parents didn't scream. They aged. Now the room is empty. 3 coffins. No applause. My parents sit alone, staring at the wood like it might explain itself. I don't feel triumph. I feel distance.
On that day, I died for them, and they died for me. I walk out without looking back. Some families bury their dead. I buried the lie.